Hi Aries, it's Romy. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in for your February 2021 soul story. I hope you enjoy this general reading. If you have a sun, rising or moon in Aries, then this soul story might resonate for you. The messages and insights may continue to deliver information for you as the month progresses. So let's take a look and see where we are opening up with the energy of the Seven of Cups. Now, we have the Sun, Venus, Mercury, Saturn, Jupiter all lighting up the sky in Aquarius energy for the first part of the month. This brings in some nice vibrations for you as an Aries, okay? This is some feel-good energy that really helps you make the most of what's happening and make it work for you. Now, we do have a Mercury retrograde that's going to be with us until the 20th of the month, and there's something about the energy of the Seven of Cups and maybe perhaps feeling into the overwhelm of choice, the overwhelm of information, and perhaps some of it lacking the clarity or the detail that you need right now. However, the encouragement, I think, in your reading initially, Aries, is about this idea of embracing what's possible and not what hasn't happened yet, okay? There was a quote that I read just ahead of tuning in for your session by April Green, and it said, "The freedom that we're searching for is the freedom to love and accept who we are." And I'd really like you to kind of carry that mantra forward all the way through the course of February. And if you can do that, I think that you're going to be able to allow this intense period of growth, this very dynamic tension that's playing out, really support you. And what it's going to do, I feel, by way of kind of allowing yourself to almost fall into that very Neptunian energy that the Seven of Cups can do. It can kind of unlock something creatively, it awakens our muse, it allows us to access a different part of our way of thinking. And for me, that's going to allow you, Aries, to trace back to where perhaps inspiration, focus or energy was lost or depleted or resisted. And so I think that this retrograde can be exceptionally helpful for you to kind of retrace your steps and to get something, like to figure something out and to sort of use the information, the awareness, the communication that's going to be brought back into your pathway, back into your awareness, and know what adjustment you have to make to help yourself harness the energy in moving forward, okay? And I think a part of that, and this is going to be really important for you, I feel, through this month, Aries, is to release the expectations for the people that you are very, very clear at this point are unable to meet what you need from them, you know? So if you know that they have not delivered, they are not delivering and are unlikely to deliver what you are seeking from them, then just giving up that expectation is going to free up so much energy for you. And I think it's going to help orientate you toward the right choices and the right opportunities that want to come up. It also feels to me that there's some sense of you receiving a bit of a confidence and a self-esteem boost by simply taking some of these energetic rituals and actions, you know? It's just like somehow they're going to clear something in your pathway that's really going to make things start to flow or happen a little bit more quickly or surprisingly in a new direction or with a bit of a twist of fate, okay? So we've got a new moon coming in Aquarius on the 11th of the month, and Venus and Jupiter are conjunct. So beautiful, sweet alignment, bringing in fantastic opportunity to educate yourself, to decide something new that you want to initiate, something that you want to start. Now, remember, in retrograde energy, you know, you may well be revisiting something, but coming at it with fresh energy or fresh ideas. That's also just ahead of the Lunar New Year for the Chinese New Year, and it's the year of the ox. So we have this beautiful sense of determined, loyal, honest energy that's really going to help ground you. And here we've got the Princess of Pentacles. She's surrounded by really supportive energies here, all of these animals like willing her on. Her hand is on her heart, her solar plexus is lit up there, and there's just something very earnest and very honest about what she's presenting to me in this reading for you. And so I feel like you're tapping into something within yourself that is maybe going to just allow you to go back to basics with something. And you know what, to be completely unafraid to do that, to sort of put your hand up and say, do you know what, I didn't really get this right the first time, or you know what, the approach I'm taking isn't really doing me many favors at this point. Maybe I need to ask for self. Maybe I need to go to somewhere who has, you know, more experience or expertise or wisdom to share. Maybe I really need to understand that I'm not as qualified as what I thought I was to be able to take this on right now. There's no apologies to make there, and it's that kind of level of humility that you're going to have with yourself from a place of non-judgment, by the way, you know, that is really going to serve you, and I feel start to open things up in a very, very positive way. I think there's also this awareness that, you know, through the month, we have this very dynamic tension. You know, Saturn is going to be squaring Uranus on the 17th of the month, and it's the first of 3 that are going to happen through the course of 2021. We've got June and December that follows. And, you know, this energy is difficult. It is difficult, you know, and there's a level of upheaval that we're going to be feeling, and your 7 of Wands suggests that, you know, there's that need to kind of stand up for yourself in those moments. You know, we're going to be playing out this theme of control versus freedom, what makes us feel safe and secure versus where we are desperate to understand how to liberate and seek that sense of freedom. But back to that quote, remember, the freedom that we're searching for is the freedom to love and accept who we are. So if you can keep returning back to that, then some of that challenge that might come by way of that 10 square is going to be viewed very differently from you. And if you're coming at it from this Prince of Pentacles energy, Aries, that's what's really going to serve you by way of advancement on your soul growth through the course of this month. For me, you know, both of these 7s coming in, giving us a nice spiritual number, very creative, rich creative energy that I think are going to bring innovative solutions forward for you. So if you felt like you've been round and round in circles with someone or something, just feeling like you're banging your head against a brick wall over and over again, I feel there's something really illuminating happening for you through this month of February. And pay close attention, particularly around the 25th when Venus enters Pisces and we approach that full moon in Virgo, because I think that there's something coming in around that time that I feel is allowing you to retrace your steps and harness something that is going to set you forward like in a very, very quick but also a very easy way. It's going to flow. It's not something that's forced, you know, it's just something about bringing warmth and light to a situation. Now remember, these retrograde cycles always bring back relevant information. It's not always what we want to receive or what we want to hear, but there's a reason that Spirit are bringing it back into your pathway to evaluate, okay? Hierophant coming in because there's something to learn from it. There's something to be educated about what is unfolding. I like that you've got some nice earth energy coming up in your reading, just helping to ground you and make sure that the challenges that come your way, as they will be delivered for all of us through the continuation of the time that we're in right now, you know, you're also coming at it from a very pragmatic place as well, and really making sure that you're making choices and decisions that are not just good for the short term, but also have a very keen eye on what's ahead for you and where you're actually trying to direct your energy. Now, you may not feel that February in some aspects is necessarily being as supportive as you want it to be in times, okay? Just keep that in mind. There's going to be moments through the month where you're going to think, really? Like, you're throwing this at me now? But understand that with that knowledge and insight that the Hierophant's bringing forth, there's something about the challenge of this that is going to deliver you a breakthrough that you're going to need for down the line. That's what it's telling me. You're going to need this for down the line. And I think it's going to help you to decide where you want to place your commitment. Now, that can come up in lots of different aspects for you through the course of this month, Aries. But I feel there's a theme and a question in and around your commitment and your loyalty and where you want to direct that. And it's only going to come by way of certain situations that might feel a little bit confusing, uncertain, or even challenging. But remember, all of the uncertainty is bringing possibility. That's the big theme for February, okay? And it's the way in which we allow ourselves to experience that And of course, we're human, right? We're going to go through a spectrum of emotions, and there's nothing wrong with having those moments of meltdown or breakdown, or just allowing things to get on top of you, you know, because that's sometimes what we need to be able to find the art of release of a certain type of emotional energy or a form of resistance that we've perhaps been carrying. But here you've got your Three of Pentacles, and there's something richly collaborative and very progressive that's coming in this month. And I feel you're being given really sage advice through the course of this month. And it might not seem that big a deal initially, right? So you might be talking to somebody that, you know, you either have a very good relationship or rapport with, or you're kind of hearing something secondhand, but it sort of strikes a chord with you. And then I feel like there's something that is going to come back about that conversation or about that information that's going to be really relevant as you look to make a decision, or you're trying to figure out the timing, or, you know, how to approach something. Okay, so keep that in mind. When something bounces back, this advice is sound and can be trusted and relied upon. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. Again, we've got this beautiful sense of you feeling inspired, okay, but also a little bit protective. You know, what are you protective of, Aries? Is it your heart? Is it your energy? Is it your ideas? Is it you know, the uncertainty of whether it will work, you know? So have some time to really sit with where you're holding that energy of wanting to be overly guarded or overly protective, okay? That might be necessary and valuable for a short while, but there's also a little bit of a cautionary note for me that comes through that says, you know, don't block things and don't sabotage things because you're frightened to let go, or you're unwilling to let in either support or help or advice, or to be able to share or express something in a way that actually is going to lead to so much more for you, okay? So just keep that in mind. Some of the things that you're going to be thinking about by way of wanting to see progress, whether it be in relationships or in your work life, or things that are going on within your, you know, your family or experiences at the moment, may have a sensation of just like having to kind of wait, this exhausting wait, you know. When is it happening? What, you know, how will it happen? Will it happen in the way that I want it to? And again, you know, there's something coming through here about you being able to approach this from a very earnest, very you know, grounded way that just says, you know what, I don't know everything right now. I don't even necessarily need to know everything right now. I just need to focus on how I can better myself in this situation. That's really where the healing comes in. And then this aspect of beautiful divine timing that's showing up with Temperance, Sagittarius energy showing up here, you know. Two very clear paths are being shown with this particular energy, and you kind of deciding between the two, you know, you're trying to make your mind up, and perhaps there's a little bit of overwhelm coming through in that instance. It may be connected to job opportunities or to deciding something in and around how you bring income in, okay? Maybe you feel quite challenged or under pressure in that way. It's never going to be the best basis to make a decision. If you can pay attention to where your energy is at, you're going to find a way through the maze, okay? His finger's pointed on his heart, and the light here is also illuminated on his heart space. And you can see all of that flood of information coming down through the crown chakra. You're very protected here as well. So regardless of the choices and decisions that you make, you know, you can't really get it wrong, because even if you do come up against some unexpected blockages, you know, or things that you weren't really anticipating, again, I feel like there's a lot of collaborative effort to help you get over the line, or to push or to move something forward, okay? But as you weigh up different choices and decisions, it's going to be really important, Aries, that you don't link back into times of hardship, like times where things haven't worked or where you felt the lack, you know. And I know that's easier said than done, because many of you might be experiencing very different situations at the moment, and it's hard to kind of lift your vibration and your energy. So whether you feel emotionally kind of locked out, financially, you know, under pressure, or even with your health and vitality, like really struggling, there is something about being able to push forward and rise over and above that again, so that that you can get some of the warmth and the illumination. And again, I just want to say that something about this aspect of really getting a boost around your self-esteem. So Spirit are showing me that they're going to bring in some really beautiful gift through the course of this month. So pay attention to that. And I'm feeling very much as we kind of come out of that new moon energy and welcome in the sun in Pisces in and around the 18th. So pay attention to that kind of a timing where they want to show you, where you can receive some validation that perhaps has been missing. It might not come from the person that you wanted it to. It might not come from the exact thing that you were expecting it would. But be open-minded to that, because when the energy starts to move, what we want to do is we want to flow with it. Sometimes we have to follow our fear, because following our fear can give us information about what we are doing to hold ourselves back. And then when we can work on that and we can heal from it, then there's like that big leap forward. Okay, this is what I mean about really like taking the energy of February and really making it work for you. And there is an intensity about the growth at the moment, and it is dynamic tension. But remember, we are embracing the art of the possible here, not getting caught up in all of the things that haven't transpired or haven't worked out or haven't shown up for us. Really important. Your 8 of Wands there is electric. It's bringing in this sense of dynamism, and it's exciting and hopeful in possibility. And I see you then being able to take stock and have an assessment period, another 7 coming through. So really fated spiritual influence by way of the communication, the events and experiences that are showing up for you through the course of this month. Okay, you want to stay grounded though. That's what's really important. Don't try to run before you can walk in some instances, because that retrograde energy is slowing you down for a reason. Remember, when we get into March and April, you're going to have some fantastic aspects coming in to propel you in a really big way. So don't miss out on that chance to really allow the active evaluation period through retrograde, because it's going to help you to reassess and to repackage and relook at things and find the missing details that are going to make it even better. Improve the relationship, improve your prospects, improve the success, improve the inspiration. Like, all aspects can be built upon through this month if you kind of approach it in the right way. So let's take a look at the animal cards and see what is wanting to come through for you. Okay, we have the power of the deer. I love that, because the deer is about trust, and we've got a master number 11 coming in here. Beautiful big full moon illuminated as she carries it in the antlers above her. And she looks fearless, there's a fearless quality here, a readiness and a preparing of her energy or his energy to be able to adapt, but to keep moving forward, knowing that Spirit have your back, knowing that you're going to be put in the right place at the right time. And that, like we said, the freedom that you are searching for is the freedom to love and accept who you are. And when you do that, everything that you need will be given to you and help you to reveal where the lightness is coming in for you, where you feel you need to be moving to next. Okay, so the power is within you, but the power is initiated by your recognition that you need to love and accept everything about where you're at, who you are, and where you find yourself at the moment, because it's a constant, changeable, moving, energetic cycle that you're in, and nothing is set in stone. So ground yourself and be open to learn more, to seek more, to be more. So these are inspiration cards from Autumn Skye. Beautiful oracle cards. So we have a figure here holding the whale, and the affirmation is empathy. Forgive yourself and others. Cleanse your body, mind, and environment of toxins. Be in stewardship of the earth. Be gentle. Be patient. The world is healing. That's so relevant right now, isn't it? And you've got that beautiful energy of temperance coming in with the healing. And I think that is helping you where the hardship and where the challenge has really hit home for you, And again, just like the vulnerability of her holding this beautiful sacred whale here. And you've got the nest that you're kind of holding these sacred eggs really close to you as well. But this empathy needs to start from yourself first and foremost, and the decision of how you want to move and shape your experiences in the world, and understanding that your light and that your energy to situations with others is going to make a huge difference this month. I think what you want to commit to and the way in which you want to commit to it is going to be really, really important by making your awareness of just how worthy you are. You know, it gives your, you know, there's this aspect of almost like your softness, but also your fierceness. That's kind of what I pick up just now, you know. There's like these two coexisting, you know, opposing but not really opposing. It's just like a beautiful blend of the soft and the fierce, and being able to move through this month and really make that work for you. So this is a general reading, Aries. I hope that you have enjoyed. If you'd like to take part in the extended reading, I'm going to go ahead and pull a couple of additional cards here, and I'm going to ask you to think about a question that might not have come up in the main reading, and we will pull some cards for you. You can find the link for the extended reading in the description box underneath, and I really appreciate if you join me there. It's a way to support my channel. So we're just going to start with the Seven of Cups here and clarify with the Five of Swords. Sometimes too much choice can just be really overwhelming, you know. Page of Wands here coming in though to lighten the energy a little bit. You just need to be careful in just the way that you're allowing, you know, a lot of the your headspace to be taken up with like multiple courses of action, multiple things that are going on, you know. Just be mindful of kind of headaches or stress and tension around that crown chakra. Feeling that quite strongly for you this month. You know, like we said, it's a month of intense growth, you know. Death and the devil coming through is wanting you to change and wanting you to transform somewhere. You know where this is, Hierophant. But there's enlightenment that's going to come from it, and release. Beautiful. Don't second guess yourself. There's a lot of support coming in for you this month, Aries, I honestly feel. So if you find yourself at that low ebb, or just struggling to cope in different ways, is too much on your plate, or just, you know, feeling frozen like bunny in the headlights trying to make a decision, just make sure you are reaching out to just get that energy. Okay, so we're going to continue this conversation in the extended, and we'll just deliver you some more messages and insights into the month of February. I look forward to joining you there, and if not, I'm going to wish you beautiful, bright blessings for this month. Thank you so much for tuning into the channel. Hope you enjoyed your reading. Bye for now.